Coming to you live from Studio B at KOPN. It is the Sticky's Cabana podcast.
How we doing, folks? It's Sticky here with Sticky's Cabana podcast. This is season 3, episode 11, our final episode of
The season.
the season, anyway. Until we're back in December? Anyway.
Unless you change your mind.
Yeah, unless I change my mind. But anyway, off to my left over here.
Hi, everybody. It is I, your furry pal Topher.
In need of
Hi,
a brushing.
Topher.
Did Kim bring the brush this week?
I forgot it. I'm sorry. My hair.
Gonna have to wait till next season then.
Sorry about that, man.
Across the table from us here, we have Lacey. How you doing, Lacey?
I'm real good. Happy to be here.
Awesome. And then you have
Moi, Kim.
Miss Kim. That's right. So, Lacey, thanks for coming in with us.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, absolutely. You know, tell us a little bit about yourself. You know, everybody out there, you know, they see us have bands in here all the time. They see us have a lot of known solo artists in here and stuff. Tell us about yourself.
I think I'm here by dumb luck. But I'm going to ride the wave as long as it'll take me, I reckon. I got here because I went to karaoke at the Skull Splitters with Sticky's Cabana, and I got to release a little bit of energy that night, and next thing I knew, I was invited to be here. So
It's strange how things work, isn't it?
I like it.
It is, for sure,
I
on
like
that.
it.
So I was talking to you a little bit before everything got going. You were in a band once upon a time, right?
I was once upon a time. Seems like a whole nother life ago, but it was the Cardboard Cowboys out of Arkansas.
Oh, my goodness. Okay.
Yeah, it was a bunch of good old boys.
I'm assuming country.
Yeah, country,
Yeah, I figured
country,
that's
old,
what it was.
old country, and I fell into that by dumb luck too. My dishwasher broke, so I called the local, handyman fellas. This old timer that looked just like my Papa Joe, actually. This old timer shows up and the only thing he was missing was a corncob pipe and a cup of coffee. but he come and he was laying there on the floor fixing my dishwasher, and I just kept staring at him. It was probably making him feel uncomfortable. I was trying not to say anything stupid. But anyway, so we get to chit-chatting, and he says that he was in a band, and they did a little open mic thing for different people in the community, invited me to come out. So, I got my biggest casserole dish out and went, and I just got to hang out with all these old timers and sing songs, and I learned a bunch of old songs, and next thing I knew, we was playing in the dance studios, and I was dragging my little kids there to videotape it, and so looking back, it was the best time of my life. I didn't realize it at the moment, but yeah, it was a good time.
It was a good time for sure on that. So you pretty much gave up your hopes or whatever, your dreams or whatever, to become, to do music and have a family, correct?
Well, that sounds so beautiful when you say it like
Well,
that, right? So
gotta break it
selfless
down.
and beautiful. I think the more of the reality of it is bad choices, you know? You got to just live with the choices. I lived a lot of my life in survival mode, and I didn't realize that that's what was going on. Mm-hmm. But there comes a point where you realize it. But the ripple effects when you're living in that survival mode, it affects you, and it affects other people, and it affects your wants and your dreams. It just has a big effect. So I've got to release a lot of good and negative and all kinds of different kinds of energy through music, and yes, it's always been something I've wanted to do, and I've tried to here and there, but I've had to deal with my own ripple effects and the ripple effects that I've caused of other people, and then I had a begging session with God, and I started begging for another chance. I started having my babies. I was 16 first time I had my oldest son, and boy, it's something growing up while you're trying to grow other people up, But I had a lot of regrets, and I wanted to be a mom again as an adult who knew I was going through a healing process versus dragging some kids into some ripple effects, That's where I've really focused the last couple years of my life.
Yeah.
So, wow.
It's been fun. So, yeah, and you've performed at the venue, when we had the karaoke.
Oh, I loved it. Yeah. It was great.
Hey,
awesome to listen to.
It was.
you
You were
so
really
much.
good. It was great.
That was a really
You
good
found out
time.
through chat, didn't you? Through
Well,
text.
through chat, and when Liz came home that night, I unfortunately came down with a really bad migraine and couldn't make it out that night. I tried. I loaded the truck, and I'm like, I just can't do this tonight.
Yeah.
And so I was unfortunately not there, but I will definitely be there the next time.
Me too.
Because,
We look forward to
yeah,
it.
Lucas realized that running a karaoke show by yourself with everything that goes on behind the scenes is not an easy task.
No.
You know, you've got, 30 people coming in. Hey, do you have this song? I want to do this. Can this person come up? You're taking names. You're looking up songs in the computer. You're running the board. And there's a lot that goes into making that happen.
And that's why I stand back, briefly stare, and walk away, because I don't know what you guys are doing.
But it's, also like for the performers, the singers, is I know when I was singing karaoke, if there was a song I wanted to cover, then I would look up the song on the early version of YouTube, sit down, put on the headphones, write out the lyrics as I'm listening to it, because back then you couldn't do a lyric search, and just teach myself the song that way. And because you don't want to look the fool when you're up there in front of a room full or bar full of people, and the more intoxicated they are, the more ruthless they can be. So
Or nicer. Sometimes they're not. And I'm a little nervous if that's how I got here. I think y'all was all drunk. You just just decided that you liked.
I was quite not drunk that night, and I know I enjoyed everything I heard.
Thank you.
So I don't think it had much to do with that. I think it was all you and
Just
your
in
talent.
case you weren't, though, I did bring y'all a gift.
Oh goodness! Here's a
From Skull
first.
Splitters with their new label,
Oh, no.
the apple pie. So
Oh my
Thank you.
gracious!
who am I handing it to? Just there, right here. So just in case that was the situation,
We'll put
I
it
got
over
you
here.
covered.
And put it over there hiding it.
But no, that's
I'm
kind of
taking
at the
good care.
Cabana. One thing we pride ourselves on is finding good quality talent, and
Oh, yeah.
from
Yeah.
everything I've been told, you got it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I mean, you had everybody talking about you, and just who is that, and oh my gosh, and oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was
before the show was even over that night, Liz was sending me video of you saying, "This is what's going on. You are not going to believe this lady's voice." I'm like,
Yeah, we're all in little clusters chittering and chattering about you, like, oh my god, she's so awesome. That's what was happening
so
in the background.
sweet.
That is what was happening in
See,
the
I'm
background.
just like the mom and the cleaning lady, and that's fine. I'm super happy, but that's so.
Doesn't
So
mean you don't have
nice.
other talents, you know? You can do all that and still have
a lot of people, a lot of bands out there, and I will tell you this from personal experience being in bands in St. Louis, is you mention that evil K word if you're in an audition. They immediately just look at you like, can you really do this?
Yeah.
What's the evil K word?
Kids.
Karaoke.
No, karaoke. I think
Oh,
about
I love karaoke.
And it's fun, but when you get to the best way to say it is music snobs or talent snobs in bands, and a lot of them don't realize that all of the best performers that I've ever seen do karaoke never even look at the words on the screen. They already
Karaoke's
know
harder because
their
you
material.
can't change the key. You can't really
That is one
change
thing that I
anything.
don't like, the key.
It is very difficult to. I think it's harder to sing karaoke because there's not a lot. There's not a lot of room for interpretation or change.
Yeah, you
There's a
have
little
to
bit.
do it.
You can a little bit, but you're kept within the
You don't have a
realm
live
of the
band
original.
to do improvisation.
Lucas, that's something we're going to have to look
Sensation.
into on the software is see if the key is changeable.
It is.
It is? Okay,
Oh,
we can do
awesome.
that.
I have
Well,
full adjustment
that's-
for key, for notation, like BPM, all of that.
Well, that's awesome.
Good to know.
Yeah.
It's hard to do because most people that do karaoke don't know the key that they want to be in.
Well, you got a point
So if you
there.
know the key you want to be in, we can put it there. Other than that, it causes problems.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, even without
Duly
changing the key,
noted.
when you have that blues flair, you can kind of just throw it where you want to.
Yeah. I do like that's very forgiving.
I'm still considering possibly maybe having the courage to get up and sing on the next one.
Yes.
Because the last time I did, then I literally ran off the stage after I was done and out the back door. I'm like, oh my God, did I actually do that? Ah!
What'd you sing?
Was it No One? Yeah, I think it was Alicia Keys' No One.
Oh, that's a
love that song.
big role.
I love
Did
singing.
you feel it?
No, honey, because I'm not used to being on stage in front of a mic, so
I'm
I'm not
sure
used
you
to
did
hearing
great.
my voice.
I'm sure it was wonderful.
You see her out in the wild, and she's this big, bombastic, in-your-face personality, but you stick a microphone in front of her on a stage, and it's just like,
Aww.
I'm guilty there as well.
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I can't even pretend that's not true. That is absolutely me.
But we're going to get you out of that shell.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't worry, Kim. I'm
You too.
identical. I'm identical to that. You know,
But why are we not getting you out of your show, Sticky?
Yeah, no. You know, it's tough, isn't it?
I mean, this man,
There's not enough moonshine
Correct.
at Skull Splitters.
Can rap.
he can rap.
Well,
Okay.
What is it you always say about Sticky and, he's blacker,
He's blacker than I am.
Oh, well.
You
Yeah.
know, it happens.
He just
Are we going to
Wait.
talk about it or are we going to hear it?
Oh, no. We ain't.
Oh, you're not going to hear it.
Okay.
We're not gonna.
You're
hear
gonna
it, but I
have
can
to be
tell
there at
you,
the
you'd
right
be
time.
So surprised, and he has a
Okay.
nice voice too. Whether it's rapping or singing, Sticky thinks no. He's actually better than he thinks.
I like it. I can't wait. I'm going to request it.
No.
Yeah, when it
Yeah.
comes to late
Yeah.
80s, early
Yeah.
90s rap,
That's the guy.
the kids all over it.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. No, I'm good, honestly. Yeah. I'm too country for that.
He knows it, he just
Oh,
don't want to
please.
show it.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. So, you grew up, well, I'm assuming in the South, right?
Everywhere, but
Everywhere.
mostly in the South, yeah.
Military
Yeah.
family.
Military
Okay.
family. And,
Hoorah!
yeah, and then my mom was a horse trainer. And,
Oh, awesome.
so she was everywhere. And then my grandmother was a Pentecostal evangelist. So
Oh.
we'd travel around with her in the summer times and go to different revivals and
Yeah.
churches and
Oh, it is.
everywhere that she wanted to go.
It's
And
been so long since.
then my aunt and uncle, they were military. So, yeah.
So you're talking about not just immediate family, but even extended family.
Oh yeah,
Okay. Wow. Wow.
Went with whoever, whenever,
But that
whatever.
just sounds awesome. Great opportunities to
I thought it was
see different things. and
I
people
thought it
that you
was
wasn't-
great. The
Yeah.
problem is though when you become an adult and you're accustomed as a child to moving all the time. When you become an adult, like normal women need a change in their life, and they're gonna like get a new nail color. They're gonna color their hair. I'm gonna pack a fucking U-Haul, and that is a problem. But I recognize this, and in my healing journey, that is something I am trying to not call U-Haul.
It's like, how long can I actually stay here in
I
this
do
one
have
place?
a minivan though, and you can pack a lot of stuff in that. But I am trying really hard to grow roots, and I feel like I'm doing a pretty good job. But yes, it has its pros and cons.
I can
I
imagine.
understand.
Well, if we have anything to do with it, we're going to get you somehow hooked up with some musicians and get you in a
Please,
band
yes,
and
definitely.
I would
Make
love
that happen.
so
Gosh.
much. That would.
You
make
remember
my
what I
heart-
told you at the Cabana, right? Last time when you were there.
I was chasing babies everywhere. I just do a lot of smiling,
You
nodding,
just
and
do a lot of
yeah,
smiling,
okay.
nodding.
Yeah.
Well, I asked you. I said, "What makes you think that you can't have a music career and have kids?" Because we're the right ones to work with.
And I get what you're saying
Yeah.
because you're a man.
Well.
And- but as a woman, we have, or it is back burner living.
Yeah.
And the back burner is not everybody's favorite fucking burner.
Yeah.
It is back
True.
burner living.
It really
so I
is.
have kids to take care of, and ranging from 23 to 2. And I have a husband that is super supportive and so sweet, and he's the very first healthy relationship I've ever had in my whole life. I've just jumped from one toxic thing to another toxic thing, and which is fine. It's given me some really great stories and life lessons. It's good, but this one's good, and I need to make sure that this one stays good, because I've prayed a long time and I am living with that answered prayer right now. So
There you go.
I don't want to do anything that's going to make me look back in my life and say, you know what, if you weren't so selfish, Lacey, if you didn't do that, then these people would be in a better spot in life, or they'd be happier or healthier or whatever. So do I want? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Or am I trying to go far away from home, or
No.
or you know, put my family in a situation where they can't be a part of it or something? No. So I'm there. That's where I'm at. Do I want it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it has to have
It's limitations.
That's the good
Yeah.
thing with us. We can make small things happen.
And I'd
You know.
be real happy with some
Yeah.
small things. It really don't take a lot to make me
Blink
happy.
182, all the small things. Yeah.
Your theme song.
Yeah, no, not my theme song.
Anybody bring the microscope?
No,
I'm
no,
sorry.
No, Ryan sings it real well. Yeah, Ryan Shiner. That's one of his songs that he does.
Things.
Yeah.
I love that song.
But yeah, no, there's ways to we can make little things happen, and little things can lead to something really nice, really outstanding. You know, for you to be able to get out and have that release to sing. You know,
I tell you what, though, that is something that I do miss, and I feel like that really is. I've tried therapy before, you know, and I suggest everybody give it a go. But I do not feel like it is as therapeutic as singing, as just being able to. That is where it's been at. That has been my healing.
Yep.
Since I can remember, you know, especially, you know, military and, you know, Pentecostal evangelists and this and that, and moving around and new people, and, you know, you act right, be right, check all the boxes and be good. So where do you put that?
Yeah.
What do you do with that? What do you do with all of the stuff that's not right? Well, you sing about it, you know, or
Yeah.
you just sing. It doesn't have to be about anything, but it just comes out, and it's very therapeutic for me, and I highly suggest it.
yeah.
Well, speaking of that therapy, we're going to take a little break and get a word from our sponsor.
Hi, I'm Christy Lockwood, a licensed real estate agent with Iron Gate Real Estate. If you are looking to sell or purchase a home in the Mid-Missouri area, I would love to assist you in that process. If you want to give me a call, 573-239-4401. I'd be more than happy to meet with you and see how I can assist you.
And we are back
Yes, with Lacey.
with Lacey.
Yes. Yeah. So, you know, what types of genres of music do you prefer?
90s country and the blues seem to be my favorite, but I like it all. And, you know, I sing to these babies of mine every night, and sometimes you run out of songs. So, you know, we'll start off with like Summertime, like Billie Holiday Summertime. Love that one. That's been a favorite in my family. Everybody sings that to their babies. And then we'll go on to, you know, whatever, but there'll be some Janis Joplin, and they're still not asleep, and you done run out of all the songs, and so eventually you've turned California Love by Tupac into a lullaby. You know, you just gotta keep on going. So I like it all, and I'm raising my babies to like it all. And
Now I'm actually wondering about Wu-Tang Clan lullabies.
there you go. See, you can make it happen. I'm telling you.
I'm actually.
It's all about
I'm
tone.
actually curious.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Random thoughts from the peanut gallery. Sorry, guys.
Okay.
Moving on.
We like random thoughts from the peanut gallery.
But we were speaking before we came into the studio about our similarities. And like I say, I got my start as a DJ. I've been playing music for folks since I was a teenager. The DJing led me into KJing, karaoke, and roundabout a ways in performing karaoke and running karaoke shows. I'm like, I really want to do this in front of a band.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the similar path. You did the band and then got into the karaoke, but if you're wanting to do it again, there is definitely possibilities out there, you know.
I definitely want to do it again.
the whole karaoke thing got my voice back into shape, which right now I'm coming off a 2-year hiatus, so I'm getting all that back working again.
Cough it up. It's okay.
Sometimes it takes that. But yeah, the karaoke led me into wanting to be in a band, and at 42 years old, I ran into some guys that gave me that chance, and that band led to another band, and that band led to some side projects. So I was doing everything from 60s rock and roll up to the more modern 2000s. It was about 2010 at that point, and we had lost our lead singer, so I went looking for something else to do because the guys didn't think I was good enough to front the band.
No hard feelings there, huh? You okay?
Oh, yeah. They, it was the whole karaoke stigma thing, and the fact that I used a lyric book, and the guy that left us had all of this in his head. Well, I was working 2 jobs at the time and in the band, and when the band wasn't gigging, I was doing DJ work and taking care of the family, so I didn't have the time that the other guy did to sit down and listen to the songs and write down the lyrics 500 times to get it ingrained in my brain. So I used cheater sheets. You keep it down on the floor, out of the way, you just glance down every once in a while, and you're golden.
Yeah.
But I ran across this ZZ Top cover band that was doing all the early stuff.
Nice.
Okay.
We did the middle ground up to Eliminator, and that led to that. Unfortunately, Liz and I had to leave St. Louis to come out here and help take care of her dad, who was dealing with Parkinson's and Alzheimer's and had broken his hip and was laid up. And so we moved out here to help with that. And about 6 months in, I got that itch. I hadn't done anything since about 2012, and went to my old faithful, the old Craigslist, and looked for bands, and ran into some guys that were looking for a vocalist, and they said, yeah, come on out, sit in, and I did, and they didn't tell me to stop, so it just kind of carried on, and turns out that our practice space was like, what, half a mile
Something. It's
from the original Cabana spot.
It's walkable.
Nice.
Yeah.
So that was our first play on a stage out in front of people gig, was at the Cabana.
Nice. So that's how this connection started between the two of you.
Yep.
That's cool.
Yep. He's now thinking, what was I thinking? Yeah. No.
Hooked up with these crazies. Oh my goodness.
No, 2 things I've always wanted to do is be in a band and own a bar. Mm-hmm. Well, I've been in bands, and now I'm co-owner. So,
There you
Not
go.
a bar, but close enough.
hey, it was at the beginning.
It was.
You
It
know,
was.
though, the way we act, some people would be like, how much did y'all have drink today? And quite a few would be like, nothing, but we're still us.
Right.
It seeps out of us.
There you go.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is you've got the dream. It doesn't,
Yeah.
like I told my dad, when I told him I wanted to pursue music, was like, no, you'll never get anywhere. You'll never make the money. You can't raise a family. And I'm like, that's not what I want to do. I just want to be up there and perform.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until Mom and Dad finally came out and saw me play with my first band. He took me to the side as we were breaking down after the show, and he's like, I get it now.
Awesome.
I'm sorry for holding you back.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because
That's something that
could have
most kids
started that
wish they could
journey.
sit back
Yeah,
and say,
yeah.
that's awesome that he did that for you.
Yeah, I could have started that journey 30 years early.
Can you imagine if we had these when we were 12?
Even better. We got them when we're 40.
Yeah.
But, it happened, and now
You remember 30 years ago?
bits and pieces.
Yeah.
Let me think. 17, high school, hell. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And we're back to present.
I graduated 30 years ago. Yeah.
Graduated. Oh my God, I graduated.
Yeah.
Sticky. 94, 95.
94.
Mine was 95. Oh my God, I'm a year away from 93. Sorry, you've given me a little crisis in the middle of the podcast.
But you're worried about
Yeah.
what music would take you away from the family and your other responsibilities.
You
And
know,
it's
I just
not
prayed
that you
really hard for this second chance.
right. It's not anything that you have to go out and be a multi-million-dollar selling artist.
Yeah, flying
Just,
around the world or anything.
you know,
like that. Yeah.
I'm an all or nothing kind of gal. I don't mean to be that way, but I'm either diving in, we're going for it, or we're not.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I know this about myself, and I have to really reel myself back in.
rein that in. Yeah.
You know, I have to just know this about myself because
But it's baby steps too, because I mean,
Yeah.
you never. So much has happened from what you said through happenstance, pure luck, whatever. You know, you never know what you can build. You know, you may end up building a career that is set just so you can do what you love, get as famous as you want to or don't want to be, and still have your kids
I
there.
don't know
You know.
about anything about being famous or anything.
Well, you
but-
know what I mean. It's just you
I'm gonna
never
keep
know
my
what
day
can happen.
job.
You never know what can happen.
And that's the wonderful thing about technology these days is you can be a YouTube artist and do it whenever you want and just post the videos.
And guess what? Still have time for the fam.
Yeah.
You know, don't have to drag them around the country or the world. You know?
I like that.
There's all kinds of ways to, like I
Oh,
said,
yeah.
there's small things that will help you out to where it'll allow you to get that release, you know?
I like it.
And have more control over, you know, how you're.
We'll have to
expressing
come hang
yourself
out
on
with
song.
y'all because in my house there's always a toilet to scrub or dinner to make or laundry. Dear Lord, the laundry. It's
Please
good.
don't
I
mention that word.
did.
I have too much of that to do right now.
The only dirty laundry in my house right now is what's in the washer and dryer that has a bit of it away. That's technically clean, and what we're wearing. And I'm so excited about that.
Yeah.
Thank you
To get
so
to
much.
that level, I am so proud of you. I
I
understand.
need like a sticker.
Yes, I understand
Something.
the struggle. I do.
It's a lot.
The
We're
laundry's
raising my
done now.
nephew, and between my nephew, my partner, and me, and the animals, I'm just like, yeah, I understand. The struggle's real.
It is.
The struggle's real.
Yes, there needs. I want a pack of those adulting stickers, but then more. I want someone else. I want another adult to put the adulting sticker on me.
I now in you.
That good
but,
at adulting to give out the sticker to you.
Okay,
We're trying. We're
I'll just get
trying.
my own.
You are now certified and accomplished adult.
Laundry completed.
Certified adult.
I now knight you, madam. Yes, yeah.
Madam adult.
I like it.
Yeah. So, blues music. We witnessed quite a bit of that. You know, with you singing that at the karaoke. What draws you to that?
Just the feelings. I don't know what it's like to be anybody else, but for me, it does something crazy to my organs, does something to my insides, and it just feels like just talking about it right now. You know, I just the feeling that it gives me feels good. It feels right. It's a physical experience that I am quite addicted to.
No, there
Do
you
you
go.
think maybe some of your Pentecostal roots maybe play into that? Because having been to Pentecostal holiness, especially in the South, you're feeling something when you're in there.
I
you
love
know?
Pentecost. I think that I was ruined though because Pentecostal church. Grew up. That was our church.
That
We
was
didn't go
just-
to any other church. And then my grandma decided, you know, that she was going to take us to some other kind of churches, and I just felt so sad. They're
some churches-
so sad.
Yeah.
That's not nice to say. I'm sorry.
I mean, people worship different ways,
but
the
it is
energy's very
different. So
different.
you know, you could Pentecost, and I think you're right. It does have a lot to do because you have the opportunity to be free, to express yourself, and to express your love, and to just open everything to have the. I don't know, everything that everybody
It's
wants
a-
from Jesus,
it's a
you want from God, you want those
spiritual,
blessings.
energetic connection,
Yes,
kind of.
yeah, just
Yeah.
like that. And girl, I totally recommend Pentecostal church.
Oh,
It's
one of my
good.
friends I grew up with, we'd go back and forth to her church, so I know how it is in Pentecostal holiness churches. I do.
I do have a church story
Okay.
for you. So I had gotten out of church for a while, as some people do when they're maybe ashamed of what's going on. And so I spent a period of time where I was a little ashamed and kind of backed away or distrusting or whatever my situation was. Anyway, I get back to church. I find me a Pentecostal church there in Arkansas. Hey, preacher. That I really liked a lot. And we started going to it. And now being, my grandmother's granddaughter, we'd always have to sit in the front. So still to this very day, I cannot not sit in the front. Because if I sit anywhere other than the front row where Grandma can babysit me while she's on the pulpit, if I sit,
what was going on.
yeah, that's what was going on. You gotta be, she's preaching, so you gotta sit in the front row. We call it the spitting section there. But you gotta sit there. So still to this very day, I cannot sit anywhere other than the front because this voice in my head will say, you're doing something bad. I just can't hear anything. Or I'm just being bad. And you come there to already
sweat from the pulpit.
Yeah, you gotta sit right there. So we're going to this church. We've been, a couple months. Everything's going good. I really like it. I like the people. I like everything. We sit right front and center in the spitting section. But then the thing with leaving is, when you leave church, the pastor and the wife and the assistants and all the people stand, and you go out and shake the hand. Well, when you're sitting in the front row, you're the last to leave. And thank God. So I'm shaking this preacher's hand, real Southern preacher, and I really like him a lot. I mean, not like, hey, baby, hey, but like, like he's good. And so we're shaking hands, and his wife and the assistant preacher, and he says, shake my hand. He says, hey, it was good to see you. And I say all the niceties, like, oh, it was a good service. He says, we're still shaking hands. He says, are you going to be here on Saturday? We're having a dirty Santa party. Y'all can come. And I answered just as quick as could be. I didn't miss a beat. But in that half a beat step, I was like, I'm being invited to a dirty Santa party by the preacher. I'm like, oh my God, we're going to have an S&M party in the basement of this. What? Is it a contest? I bet I could bring that big black dildo with the suction cup on it. And I'm thinking, Lord, I'm going to win that. I said, do I wear leather? What do you wear to the dirty Santa party? Is this why some people go to church on Tuesdays and Wednesdays and Thursdays and all them days? Is this where we're going to talk about all the nasty shit in the Bible that nobody talks about? But I didn't say anything but that's what I was thinking. But what I said was, as we're still shaking hands, what I said was, well, how dirty do you want it,
Go sit in the corner for a minute. Oh my God.
And we're still holding hands, but everybody stops moving. They stop breathing. They just stop. No more shaking. So now I'm just standing there.
You did this in a Southern church.
I told you what I thought. I was trying to be appropriate. And sometimes, what kind of preacher invites you to a dirty Santa party? I would just give it up my Jesus in there.
I'm from Southern Virginia. You don't do that.
Listen, it was Arkansas, and I thought I was going to win something. Anyway, so after a long time of still holding this hand and no blinking and no anything, I thought it was time to leave now. And so finally I just said, well, praise God. And I walked out, and I get to the truck as fast as I can.
How dirty do you want it? Well, praise God.
Well, praise God. And I left, and I ran to the truck so I could Google what a dirty Santa party is. Did y'all know that it don't have nothing to do with S&M or dildos or nothing?
I kind of figured that.
Nothing to do with that.
I had a feeling, Sister.
Praise the Lord and pass a KY.
Yeah. So, right? So I did take a gift, and I left it at the door, and it wasn't dirty. It was a candy dish full of candies. And the gold
you
kind.
didn't rub it in the dirt a little bit?
No, and it was in a real pretty dish, but I was too ashamed to go in, so I just left it at the door and I left. And I waited almost a year to go back, thinking that enough has happened in the church where
that he forget about it.
There ain't a person in that church that didn't ask me how dirty my Christmas was the year before. Like, they must have been having sermons about how dirty it was. So that was good. That was good. Wonderful. So sometimes things like that happen, I love Jesus.
300 to 400 people in the church.
But shit happens.
300 to 400 people at the church, something like that.
No, it's a rather small church, probably 50, 70.
Ooh, no wonder everybody was still talking about it.
Oh
Yeah.
man, the looks on their face. I mean, they all just died. They just stopped moving, blinking. It was something.
Well, now, Pastor.
Now we're gonna
how
talk about
dirty
that.
do you
How
want
dirty
it?
do you want it, preacher?
Mm.
That is not a good response.
Lacey, are you sure we should even be sitting next to
There
each
are
other?
stories that I could
Two
tell,
Southern women,
but we couldn't put it on the
saying
air.
stuff-
Yeah.
And you know what Southern women have a way of saying things too. So.
Oh, somebody corrected the way I spelled y'all on Facebook the other day, and I said, "Oh, honey, bless your heart for pointing that out to me."
And they don't even really know what you said when you said "bless your heart."
No, they don't.
Well, she said she was Southern too, but I'm not quite sure. But she
Oh.
she put the laughing emoji on my thing.
For y'all?
I spelled y'all wrong.
How? What'd you do?
I don't know, but apparently I spelled it wrong,
Oh.
and so she corrected me on the spelling of y'all. Anyway, I blessed her. It was fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. When you bless
That-
their
that-
heart,
that's
it's
the
great.
moment-
In
say
nomine
God bless.
Patri Filii Spiritus Sancti, get the hell out of here.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but it's been an interesting life, and things.
Sounds like it.
And now you come out and sing karaoke at the
And I
Cabana
love
with
to
us.
sing karaoke at
And-
the Cabana, yes,
and-
absolutely.
We've already got your song request list in text.
Well, she's changed that.
I've changed it a little.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Okay.
So now
okay.
well, you invited me to do the blues thing, and I'm so
Yes.
excited to do that. But then I think, oh, well, when I think of the blues, might not be the same as when you think of the blues. So I think of everyone from the blues. I think obviously like Coco Taylor and Big Mama Thornton, but then I also think of Bonnie Ray and Samantha Fish, and I also think of Susan Tedeschi, and I never even know, am I saying her name right? Is it Tedeschi or Tedeschi?
Tedeschi.
I've heard
Yeah,
people
Tedeschi.
say it both. It's Tedeschi.
Yeah, it's an Italian pronunciation of the C.
Well, anyway, she's fabulous, and I think of her when I think of the blues too. And of course, there's a big list of men too. But as far as the women folk go, that's who I think about. Who do y'all think about?
Buddy Guy, B.B. King. John Lee Hooker.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom.
Aretha Franklin.
Oh yeah.
She's got a little soul and blues in her.
Yes.
You know.
Which is interesting.
yeah.
Church. That's
Church.
what she started
Yeah.
singing
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
So.
It's all branches off the same limb of the tree.
Well, yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
for sure.
And I know when Sticky, what's up with him when he's listening to the blues. So.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. When I get the blues going, so anymore they've modernized it, and they even before it was modernized, stuff. I like the guitar solos in the blues.
Yeah.
In the blues, I really do.
Oh.
That's one of my big things. The guitar solos. I can get down with that.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
It's just a feeling.
It is.
It goes
It
right
is.
back to that. It becomes a physical experience, and that's what I like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Even Clapton.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, big time Clapton. Can't. Yeah. Yeah. It's just there's I could go on. There's plenty there, but yeah, well, I don't think we have enough time in this. episode.
Probably
Yeah.
not to list all
Well,
we can talk about.
Yeah.
My list has changed because and then I think, oh well, this song list is too sad. People gonna think I'm just miserable, or I'm gonna go home and that's not nice to say. Anyway, that's too sad. So
Well, that's when you flip flop. You do a sad song, you do a happy song. You do it. You know?
So then now I'm thinking maybe like About to Make Me Leave Home, Bonnie Ray, that one. Love her, and so that's kind of happy. But I really want to. Oh, I have an idea.
She's so excited she came up out of the seat.
I really want to do this. Beth, y'all know who Beth Hart is?
Yes.
Oh yeah. So I really want to do Beth Hart, Fire on the Floor. But wouldn't it be cool if we could find somebody that was like a fire breather or play with fire while we're singing the song Fire
We've
on
got
the
that.
Floor? That
We have that. Kind
I love that. I think that would
We
be
know some
something. Yeah.
We know some people.
I don't know
Now
if
wear a
they
lot of
could do
hairspray.
open fire flame inside the sculpture.
Yeah, not in that.
Probably
Not in that
not.
building.
Because of the
It used to be a
sawdust.
sawmill.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
that'd
why we
probably
can't
be frowned
smoke or anything
upon.
in there.
We could set you up something outside, maybe.
See if mahogany will come out for a show.
Well, they have non-fire things that they can spin too. That can still
Yeah,
get the point
but it
across.
kind of loses its
It very
point
much
if you're
does.
doing neon light versus
Yeah,
fire
you
and
got a
flame.
point. You got
we've got a connection with people that do that.
I think that would be super fun, don't you think?
Yeah, yeah, I do.
Well,
Well, I want to sing "Fire on the Floor" at karaoke to see if you think if I can do it well enough for you. Would want me to sing it at your blues show.
Sure.
And if you do,
Depending
maybe
on
we can come up with some fire, people.
Yeah.
I was
Because
thinking,
that would be
depending on how
awesome.
the stage is set up, even if the back door was open and it's dark and Mahogany was out there right behind it spinning. You know, I don't know. It just depends on how everything's
that's
set up for
what
the show.
I was thinking as well. You know, because for the karaoke, we don't really use a stage. It's just framed out by the speakers.
Exactly.
So
you can see straight out the back and everything, and that's kind of a novel thing right there. And yeah, probably set a nice little nighttime moon. She's out there. Yeah, I can see that.
We
I can
ain't
see
promised tomorrow we could sing with some fire.
Hey.
That sounds like a good plan.
Sound like fun? Yeah.
Yeah.
Sound like fun.
That.
Yeah,
Lacey, you were
that
so
show.
fun.
Thanks.
I'm enjoying this so much.
Thanks, me too.
I'm so glad you came out to the Skull Splitter. You're a good person, good singer. This is awesome.
Took a little
This is awesome.
coaxing to get her to do
Coercing.
that.
I'm super
Yeah,
happy to be here. You
coercing
guys are the
and
coolest.
coaxing.
You are too.
combined.
I hang out
Called
with Miss Rachel
coaxing.
on YouTube with little kids.
having to use those big
Word
college
stuff, so
words.
this is
Yeah.
great.
I deal with college kids all the time.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, security, supervisor, college kids, especially this time of year. It's like, oh my God.
Oh,
Armageddon.
good job for being in college.
Yeah.
Did you learn anything? Can you do it without your mom and dad being there with
We're proud
you?
of you. That's so
Well, whenever
bad.
you're ready to send it home, Topher.
Yeah. We talked about a lot today. This
Thanks
is
so
good.
much for having me.
It went
Absolutely.
This has been fantastic.
all over the place.
I really
Thank you for
appreciate
coming.
you.
This was awesome.
Yes.
I enjoyed this so much.
Thank you. Thank
We'll
you.
have
thank
to do
you.
this again sometime.
Can't
Oh
wait.
my gosh. Well, you know what? But you have to come out
Catch
to
her.
the Skull Splitter, even when it's not karaoke sometimes. Just come say hi to us.
I do. Did you see
Yeah.
my daughter?
Yes,
so
I
she was
did. I
dancing.
did. I did.
She's so funny. So she found that cowboy, and she was like, Mom, you see that cowboy? And I was like, Aurora, just
Oh,
leave him
my-
alone.
Oh, my
and before I
word.
knew it, she done run. She's 5. She done run up to that man's table, and I was like, oh dear God, please don't do anything crazy, because
it,
she's mine.
But it
And
was supposed to
she
be a
says-
thing, though.
Not Joe.
She
Okay.
says, she's talking to him, and I'm just kind of standing by, and she says, so, you want to dance with me or what, cowboy? And he said, you want to dance with me? And she said, yeah, sure, come on, let's go. So they go out on the dance floor.
You gotta have an interesting
Oh.
teenager on your
A
hands.
5-year-old. That's the 5-year-old.
So
Was
you wanna
this
dance
during
me or what,
the
cowboy,
karaoke
what?
show, or was this
this
another?
was during the
No.
country
Yeah.
show. The country show y'all had out there.
Oh, with Tex and okay.
Remember,
and
she
now
kept
she's
going out
so
on the dance floor
excited.
with
She
them?
is
That's
coming to
right.
karaoke. We think she's coming to karaoke, and she's been working so hard. I had her listen to all these songs, and bless her heart, she is my daughter. The song she decided to learn to sing for karaoke is "Twinkle Twinkle Little Star" and "Jolene."
Oh my word.
So
Yes.
Aurora will be
Jolene,
singing Jolene at
Jolene,
karaoke,
Jolene.
and
Good.
she is
I love
working
that
real
song.
hard on it. So
I'm assuming we don't have to worry about her being bashful, being in front of a bunch
no,
of people.
not that one.
You know what? Every time
Okay.
I've seen her, bashful is not the word I would have attributed to
Well,
her.
no, that's why I was asking
Not that
if she
one.
was. The whole dancing thing was at the karaoke show, because now I remember
It was
her
at the-
being
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah.
And
That's my girl. Yeah, we're gonna have to put a big mantle on our fireplace. I'm expecting that girl to put lots of awards on that mantle for me.
Ooh.
She is something else.
Gonna have fun with her.
Spitfire sounds like, oh my goodness.
So, and she just started taking guitar lessons. So
Oh.
I figure if she's gonna be
Nice.
wild like that,
So
I
you're-
need to,
y'all
I
are
need to keep
just
her on the
passing-
stage and like
Yeah.
off the pole or whatever.
Well, hey.
So
Get her focused on
That's the
something
plan.
productive and worthwhile. Well, I think we're talking about wrapping up, and you need to.
I need to go to work.
Yeah.
alrighty, so all you out there in YouTube land, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell notification if you're so inclined, and please do Sticky's favorite thing. Good, bad, or otherwise, put a comment down there.
Absolutely. I love comments.
Yeah.
I love them. Sometimes I like messing with them, but you know.
And if you like this show, don't forget to check out all our other ones, our previous seasons even. This is actually year 4, but
Yeah.
year
in
3
reality.
of the video,
Yeah.
because the first year was only audio.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But Lacey, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank
Yeah.
you so
Appreciate
much.
ya.
We will see you, I'm sure, at any karaoke show
Yeah,
that
we'll
we
probably
have,
see you
and then in October as well. So yeah, we're gonna. For those that don't know, I've been working on a blues, funky, soulful show, and Lacey to open it.
Nice.
Yeah, in
I look
October.
forward to
Yeah.
this.
So yeah, we can't wait for that.
It's gonna be awesome.
But
Come hang out. Bring your kids. I'm bringing mine.
yep, there you go.
Hey, that's the
Yep.
lovely thing about Stickies is we are all ages.
Yep. Yep. We're
I
all
love
ages,
that.
and if for some reason we get a show that's not going to be all ages, we'll make sure and announce that. You know,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
you know, 'cause I'd hate for a kid to show up to something wild going on. You
Yeah.
know, of course, desensitize them now. I guess.
Right.
I mean, why not?
So they can go, Mommy, can you tell me? Yeah, okay.
Yeah. But anyway, this, like I said, final episode of the season. Until next year.
Everything gonna be alright. Oh yeah. It's okay to move and dance. When I was a little girl, only 12 years old, I couldn't do nothing to save my telephone soul. My mama told me the day I was born, she said, sing the blues, child, sing 'em from now on. I'm a woman, oh yeah. I'm a woman, make love to a crocodile. I'm a woman, that means I'm grown. I'm a woman, I can sing the blues. I'm a woman, and change all the news. Spell W-O, O-M-A-N, oh yeah, that means I'm grown. I'm a Russian wind. I'm a woman who cuts stone with a pen. I'm a woman, you know I'm a love maker. I'm a woman, you know I'm a love shaker.
When Kid Rock said,
Oh, yeah.
bong with a thong, orangutan titties. I felt that. Yeah.
You said
Really spoke to you, did
It
it?
did. It did.
it's me, then the porch monkeys, and the apes, right?
No! Nobody said that or thought that or nothing.